Prism Proton Pyro. Yeah, I like it. S-Line PD. All right, I like both of those. So with Pipeline Blues being complete, I wouldn't think there would be any other course for me to take the step up at other than Holston Golds. For some reference, my first two off the tee, I did not get on camera, unfortunately, forgot to press record, but they are both pretty good shots, and I was going to take those until I realized I didn't take the video. But the Pyro and the PD, phenomenal. So with the PD leaving me with essentially perfect positioning, this is a par 4, so I'm going to give it a small bid to have a look at it. I'm going to throw the beat-in Neutron Hex flat and try to get it to drift a little bit. I didn't turn. Needs to slow down a lot. Should be able to pitch up there. So not really terrible position right here. We do have a gap to look at, or we can swing it out wide. I'm going to try to punch the zone up the gut here. Actually, I'm just going to throw the flex forehand, panning flex forehand out. Safest play, try to take our par. Yep. Really good. Take that any day. In the bullseye on hole 1 for a par so far, on good pace. Almost putted that too hard. I really did. But the goal for today, the goal for this course altogether, for this layout, is 1 under par. If somehow, some way I beat that on the first try on this video right here, we will come back to this course with a different goal that I'll figure out after this round. Introducing the layout, hole 2, monster. Par 5, 1,152 feet. Got to go up the hill. That goes a little bit left, then go back down the hill after a little bit of a plateau. I'm going to throw my pink destroyer flat. Downhill shouldn't do anything to it. Just want to take a good shot here. That's about it. Miss everything. Come on. Yep, that's good position. Could get to the top of the hill from there. We're in an okay position. Kind of low ceiling initially, but want to get to the top of the hill. Want to get to a little bit left. So my plan on the second shot, if it's good, my plan for the second shot, if the first shot's good, so something fast over stable, flat, get it up the hill, and end up left. So I'm going to throw my Big Z Venom flat, high, let it crash. I'm going to take a sideways run up here to make it a little bit flatter. Flipped up, rode a little bit, got left. That should not be bad. Should have a look down the gap. We are in a phenomenal position right here, dead center, looking straight at the gap. Would want to be past this little ditch right here. We could have a little bit easier of a look, but right now I'm going to throw my beat up S-Line FD1, a little bit of hyzer downhill, and the wind should turn it a little bit. So that's the plan. Try to gun it down there. Try to have a good release. Too much of a hyzer. That hit something, should have fell down, hopefully. Should be able to get up and down for a par. Told you, we kicked down to the edge right here. Gonna throw the flex forehand with the zone like we did on hole 1. Try to get up and down here, gotta give it some height. Let it turn. All right. Go on the bucket. Oh my goodness. That would have been the most insane birdie I've ever had. Even through 2 with 2 pars is phenomenal. And we will take that every single day. Haven't even had to take a putter out of the bag yet, which is also great. Hole 3 is a 415-foot par 3. Works slightly uphill. You got to go through this initial gap. Then it cuts uphill and to the left. So my plan is to throw my pink PD flat to a little bit of hyzer. Try to work it very straight and get a big skip. Hopefully have a look. I think this could be one of the holes where we commonly get looks on, but that's hopefully not jinxing myself for this throw. Beat it. Ended up really short here. Just pulled it a little bit. I don't think I need to really. I think I might need to flex something in there. But yet again, another flex forehand upshot. I mean, we can try to do the backhand, but it's a little bit pinched. So instead of the zone, I'm gonna step up here to my newer neutron hex and just let it fade out at the end. I love that look. That should be pretty good. Unfortunately, horrendous ground play, and now I got a gap circle 2 putt. So this could be anywhere from a 3 to a 5 right here. I'm gonna try to make it though. Got to be aggressive out here. Needs more height. See, that's what I was worried about. But 4 is not bad. Yet to have a real circle 1 putt. Hole 4 is a 711-foot par 4 that goes downhill straight that way, works downhill the entire way, curves a little bit right, then left to a really guarded green. So for my first shot here, I think what I just want to do is just go dead straight. So I'm gonna probably just end up throwing hex a lot here. This hole can either be really high scoring or really low scoring. It really depends on your tee shot and your scramble skills. So I'm just gonna try to throw the hex flat and let it do its thing. I overturned it, so as long as that's not in the grass, then we should be fine. As I expected, ended up here on the right tree line. This spot is always jail. It's filled with briars, so plan right here, get your foot in, try not to get as cut up as possible. I'm just laying up here, trying to get the layup to the gap. And we could possibly take a par, but it's not likely. Needed a tiny bit more on that pitch out to make it really accessible, but do have an opportunity here. It's going to be a putter up shot. I think it's going to take a flex shot here, so I'm going to throw the Kratos, a little bit of flex on the left side, have it fade out. That should be the plan. Gotta look here somehow, some way with the Kratos. So got a floaty anti-bid from deep circle 2. Let's see if we can make this. Go. So we'll walk up with a look at back-to-back 5s. Pretty unfortunate. There we go. Hole 5, you've seen it here before. 904-foot par 5. Insane birdie, even more insane eagle. So my plan right now is just going to try to pop this sidewinder up to flat and let it push on the left side on a little hyzer flip. Or just throw it to the complete wrong side and get an amazing kick. Left with a gap shot for the second shot. Need to get to the hill on the left to hopefully get a look at the basket, maybe with a third shot. So we're just going to throw a hex on a little swooping hyzer, let it push straight. Beat it. No way. That was almost perfect. Missed it by inches. When I say we were almost perfect, I mean we were almost perfect. If we missed that tree, we would have been in a phenomenal position up the hill. Now we're going to pitch up, little just Z-glow zone forehand, open up the shot for another hyzer, possibly get out of here with a sneaky par. Put that nose up enough, that should be okay. Yep, perfect shot to get back on the fairway. We can still get the 5 here. Gonna look to throw the Luna, a little bit of hyzer, let it push straight, and die down before it gets to the basket. It needs to slow down quickly. Yep, that trickled down. It's gonna be a tough putt coming back. I've been looking for it for about a minute now. We ended up trickling down here to the right. with an open look at the basket, which is all I can really ask for. Nice little ground play. Move the stick. Left with about 15, 20 uphill. Still a tough putt. That's on me. Left it left. We'll take a third straight bogey. That's just something I got to convert on. That's why we're doing this series. This hole 6 you've seen before. I think you may have seen this entire layout before. I can't remember which video I did on Holston. But hole 6, you know, par 4, 624 with a water carry. If you're going for the birdie, gonna need a big forehand off the tee or a really weird turnover. But I'm gonna chop over this really flat, or what I assume is an AJ Destroyer. Try to chop it flat to a little bit anhyzer and try to get an okay position. That had good speed, had good angle. Hopefully that's really good. Really good shot. A lot more straight than I thought I would be. Must have got some weird ground play, but got a little downhill run up. We're just gonna try to throw a swooping hyzer with the S-Line FD1. Give it some height. Or yeah, just kind of hug a little bit. Let it push. Try to get over. Weird run up again. I'm gonna go at it sideways and try to go pull more right. That's gotta go. What a shot. Let's go. Taking me a birdie. Be just outside the bullseye here. Got some weird footing though, and I'm not confident in the putt right now with the new stroke. Hole 7, it's a par 4, 711 feet. Goes straight up in front of the tee pad, then it cuts right into a guarded green. You either need a really late turnover or a bomber forehand. I might just lay up on this one. I'm gonna throw that same Destroyer that I was talking about. Try to rip it flat, then let it do its thing. I might be okay, but that was a terrible shot. Yeah, I got really lucky. We're in the gap that's used for the short pad here. So I think the plan from now on is just to lay up on this hole with like a mid or maybe even a fairway. But I got a flex forehand gap here, just like a really pushing flat forehand. I'm gonna try to throw the pink PD, a little bit of flex, let it come back. Maybe have a really long look or just probably just pitch up for par if this shot is okay. Well, I missed it to the wrong side. Got a nice skip. Should be in the gap. Maybe have a look for a long jump putt, but it's probably just a layup. I don't think if we play this, of course, a million times, I don't think I'll ever get the birdie on this hole without a throw in. So I'm just gonna pitch up here with my Z Glow zone. Just slow down a lot, and yep, there we go. Just inside the bullseye here, a little straddle look. And another par as we go into what I think is the more scoreable part of the course. 390 foot par 3. You get wind off, there's a pond to the right. So right now, I'm just gonna try to throw my pink Destroyer, try to pull it a little bit of anhyzer, but try to pull it to the right, and try to get around everything. I'm gonna need a full run up for this. Needs to go. I mean, it's above everything. That's a look at the basket. That's not bad. It's probably gonna be like 50 short though. It's gonna play like a 50 footer, but it's about 20 feet of being pin high. And plus we have some weird footing here. It's more like a 45, 40 footer straddle putt. Wind coming off to my right. Try to give a soft bid to this. Unfortunately, I pinned myself right here, so really I have a terrible look at things. This is not good. Gotta have like a little poppy putt with no legs from about 15 feet. Let's get it done. Whew, almost went through. Oh man, that's an okay par. I want to get the birdie on that one though. We'll figure it out next time. Hole 9, it's a 952-foot par 5. Starts off with a dog leg right and then goes straight for about another 700 feet. Just working forehand flat, a little bit of anhyzer with my yellow C-Line PD. Then hopefully we're in a good position. That's pure hyzer. That's got to go. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. I may have to pitch out. Forced to pitch out. So I think I either need to go to a less stable disc or just an all-around better forehand or just maybe go faster. But gonna pitch to the middle. And yep, we're set. Okay, left looking straight at the gap here. About 700 left, so I'm gonna try to just get this into 2 parts. I'm gonna go hex, dead straight, the beat up one, try to put it flat, let it turn a little bit off the left side. Oh, hell yeah. That was perfect. That was perfect. We're dead center on the other gap. All right, left essentially with the exact same shot that we had last hole, just with a lower ceiling. Let's try to do the same thing. Get going. So we did need a little bit more disc or a little bit more height, but still a look at the par, which is phenomenal for the spot we were in. Oh man. Essentially, I should have played a softer run. So now we got a weird gap hit, straddle putt for the bogey. Let's try to stop the damage. Man, I really just ruined all that. I did all that just to 3-putt. That's not a good feeling. There's the first double. Trying to speed up a little bit here. Gonna play a swooping hyzer on hole 10. It's 380 par 3, a little bit downhill. Just gonna try to throw my proton hex right side and a little swoopy hyzer. That's too much hyzer. That'll be a jump putt. Just make some magic happen here. Needs to sit. There we go. Take a par. Just need to get a deeper hyzer flip next time. There we go. All right, hole 11. It's just the blue position, but 1 stroke less. Par 4, 625. It's the bass. It's the mailbox hole. PD flat. Pull it. Let it fade. It's got to go. Skip straight, please. That's going to be a tough birdie. Probably a tough par as well. Need to get way right, so I'm going to try to throw my cloud breaker here as we're just on the edge of the tall grass. I'm going to try to rip my cloud breaker, get it to go straight, and then have a hard fade. That needs to go. No. It's going to be a tough par now. We're in a bad position. Not back enough to throw the spike hyzer, not forward enough just to have a look at it. So, gonna have to get down and dirty. Just throw my zone underneath. Try to scratch a par out of here. Probably gonna be a bogey though. Yep, that's gonna be a bogey. That's so hard. Okay. Yep, this is gonna be a rough bid. Ooh, not bad. That one's in. So that's another bogey. I think this is putting us at 4 or 5 over at this point. But some stuff to score on over the next few holes, I think. Hole 12, we get a 420-foot par 3, dead straight, low ceiling. I'll probably just concede on this because I don't have the disc that I want for this right now. So I'm just gonna throw a little hyzer or just like a little straight shot with my beat up hex. Needs to get right, please. It's going to be in a weird position. We'll probably be able to pitch up for a par. Okay, I am struggling on battery percentage. So I'm going to go as far as possible, and then if it cuts out, it cuts out all. Just show you the scorecard. Got a little flex forehand here. Awkward position in the gutter. I went too far. Dang it. Got a 20-foot comebacker. Not what I like to see, though, because this one's a weird putt with a weird base to work with. Dang it. It's another stroke that we don't have to lose, but I'm working on it for a reason. I think we may be able to get through 15 or 16 before this thing dies. So, same as blue, par 3, 365. Gotta push straight, then hooks left. Really tough shot. Gonna throw my blue PD. Oh, I hit a tree. That would have been pretty good. Unfortunate tree kick. We would have probably been in circle 2, maybe even edge of circle. But now left with a long uphill putt. Oh, way deep. That's gonna be a tough comebacker. Comebacker looking straight at the basket. Weird footing. Let's try to make this one. Still left a little bit, but that's a nice little par save. Hole 14 should just be 2 hyzers. It's par 4, 608 feet. I would be left and right in the tall grass. Just gonna throw my destroyer that I just recently put back in the bag. Throw it flat and hopefully it fades. Maybe a little slight hyzer. As long as that drops, we're fine. That's it. Yep. Should have a hyzer in. Good thing, left ourselves right on this little flat shelf here. Just gonna throw my Firebird on the spike hyzer. Just, essentially just throw it straight up and down. It's gonna be so short. Left myself way short. See if I can steal this birdie putt back. Edge of circle 2 with a crosswind. Almost. Almost. Little comebacker up the hill with some wind. Really awkward putt. Man, the putting sucks today. We're reaching the end of the life. So, hole 15, par 4, 700. Left and right OB just like the last hole. Guarded green with OB behind the basket. Just gonna throw the cloud breaker on some slight hyzer. Yep. And we're right behind the freaking bunkers. Let's go. Really pinched off here because of the bunker, so I'm gonna try to force over my pyro. A really sharp flex shot. Work it left, right, then fade back. When we put enough on it, that's gonna slow down a lot. I think that may have hit the pin. I don't know. That's probably OB long, though. It did hit the pin. That's really lucky. We would have been shot straight OB long. Luckily, you can just take a birdie right there. Hole 16, par 4, 495 just works more and more left. I think it's a hole that we can score on as long as we get the tee shot right. I throw my blue S-line PD, slight hyzer, just let it push. That's too much hyzer. That's something. Weird lie. Gonna try to throw the Sky Annie forehand with the cloud breaker. It's almost impossible. And straight into the tree. All right, that's a par. Left with a hyzer up shot here. We're clear. Okay. All right, come on. Let's knock one down. Be about a 20-footer. hole 17, par 5, 933, left and right OB. Got to get a little bit right off the tee pad if you're not laying up. So I'm going to go cloud breaker, try to put it flat and let it turn. As long as that fades, I think we're in bounds. Dead center, fairway. Gotta throw something that pushes and gets on hyzer, so I'm gonna throw the AGL Destroyer. Get going left. We may have to look at the eagle. Sorry about the lighting, but yeah, we crashed into the side of the hill right here, and we have a look at the eagle. I suck at putting.